Did Cora Jade just have her Stone Cold Steve Austin WrestleMania 13 moment? I believe she did. Good evening, everybody. It is Tuesday Night Live. I am John. This is WrestleScope TV. And NXT, interesting show tonight. Had some good things, had some not so good things. But the main event, it's great to see WWE giving the women main events across all their shows right now. And Natty and Cora Jade had honestly a much better main event tonight than last night. And as you look at it, it harkened back to WrestleMania 13, Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin. It ended in a sharpshooter. It ended with the opponent passing out. Now, granted, Stone Cold Steve Austin was bloodied and everything else, and Cora Jade was not. But she passed out in the sharpshooter. I think this was her coronation as a future megastar in WWE. And honestly, I originally thought Cora Jade was going to end up being NXT Women's Champion at some point in time. I think she's actually going to be on the main roster sooner than later. I think they are going to treat her like Paige, like AJ Lee, bring her up and push her to the moon. She's young, she's talented, she's good looking. She is the female version of Austin Theory. What Austin Theory is on the main roster right now. And I see Cora Jade being that. She's not like some of the other women that, are like in the breakout tournament where, they didn't have a lot of experience on the independent scene. Cora Jade actually had a few years of independent experience and was very good on the indies. Extremely good on the indies before she came to WWE. But now she's getting to do it on a much larger platform. I really enjoyed that main event. I hope you're Lucas. I hope you're wrong. I really hope you're wrong. I hope they would treat her like, look what they did with Paige when they brought Paige up. She was the reigning NXT Women's Champion, and she wins a championship match on her first night on the main roster. I mean, I think we all remember that. That was incredible. Jabril, how are you? Michael, good to see you. I was so excited that Alexa Bliss came back last night. I really was. But I'm switching gears. I'm super excited about what they did. What they did with Cora Jade tonight. I see a combination of both, honestly. I think she is a combination of both. I mean, she's got kind of the look of an AJ Lee, but if you merge the two together, that's what you get with Cora Jade. I'm not saying they're going to bring her up right away. I'm thinking it's going to be sometime in the next 6 months. It might be right after SummerSlam. I would love to see her be the one that ends up defeating Mandy Rose, but I think it's going to be Nikita Lyons. You take a look at the brackets that they have set up for the breakout tournament, and it's definitely heading towards either Nikita Lyons in the final against Lash Legend again, or Roxanne Perez. And I can't see them doing two baby faces in the final. But then again, maybe they could. Maybe they could. Lash Legend, or I'm sorry, Nikita Lyons for sure is going to be um, in the finals. And this will really show who they're going to strap the rocket to. Because whoever wins that tournament is going to be the one to beat Mandy Rose. I think it's going to be Nikita Lyons. I'd rather see it be Roxanne Perez. That's the other reason why I think Cora Jade needs to get called up to the main roster sooner, because her and Roxanne Perez are way too similar. Way too similar. And they've got to split them up. And, even though Roxanne Perez, she's a former Ring of Honor Women's Champion, also very young, I think she's going to be in NXT a little bit longer. Now, I could be wrong about Nikita Lyons. I mean, good grief, they may want to call her up to the main roster right away. But quite honestly, I think she's overrated. She's got a great social media presence. Yes. She is charismatic in the ring, but I'm not impressed with her. Quite honestly, I am not very impressed with her. Roxanne Perez was known as Roxy in Ring of Honor. She is probably going to be the last of the indie stars that gets signed by WWE right now with the direction that they're going. Yeah, I'm not really thrilled with the whole women's breakout tournament. Yeah, Michael, I ended up missing. I actually missed quite a bit of the first hour of NXT tonight. So there was obviously some things I definitely missed. I didn't realize there was a Joe Gacy thing. The other thing that is boring me to death with NXT right now is this whole Legado del Fantasma and the Sopranos ripoff crap that they're doing. That storyline, it just does not interest me at all. Not in one bit. I think it is a huge downgrade for Santos Escobar. The fact that he has not gotten called up to the main roster yet shocks me. It really shocks me. I would have figured he would have been called up a long time ago. And you know what? Bring Joaquin Wilde and what are they calling him now? Cruz del Toro. Bring all three of them up, and bring Elektra Lopez. Bring the entire group up. But then again, the last time they did that with a group, they did that with Hit Row, and they released BFAB right away, and then they released the rest of the group not that long after that. So maybe Legado is better off staying in NXT right now. I don't know. Who the heck knows what WWE's thinking is right now with NXT. Don't be shocked when this tournament ends, when the breakout tournament ends, if one or two of the women's names, they get released. Because we all heard the story last week that there's kind of a new 90-day policy in NXT that you've got 90 days to show them what you got. And if you don't show any vast improvement to the WWE powers that be, you're gone. And I mean, there's a lot of younger talent there that, we're seeing them a little bit on Level Up. We're seeing them a little bit on NXT 2.0. That, again, we're going to be seeing releases. It's not going to be every 90 days. I'm figuring it's going to be every 60 days. It's going to be every 6 to 8 weeks. Excuse me. We're going to be seeing releases. And it's not just going to be in NXT. We're going to be seeing them on the main roster too. No, Michael, I don't think it's going to be 30 days. I don't think it's going to be 30. I think it's going to be a little bit more than that. It's not going to be a once a month thing. Yeah, Jabril, I think you're right. I think they're going to be doing the draft again in September. They're going to do it not after SummerSlam, because SummerSlam is early this year. It's going to be they're going to do it as kind of almost like a season premiere kind of thing right after Labor Day, because television is that way, where their seasons kick off the first week of September. I see WWE doing the same thing. Hello. I hope not. I mean, look what they did to Andrade when they brought him up to the main roster. He did like nothing. He was great in NXT, and then they changed his gimmick around, and it wasn't that good. And quite honestly, even in AEW, they don't do much of anything with him. And I know that's been a complaint about AEW, and I agree with it. Is there is talent that you'll see them once every 4 or 5 weeks, and they don't really do much with them, which is absolutely unbelievable. That's an interesting one. Well, the thing with Claudio, the former Cesaro, is he actually is starting his own coffee company. Let me see if I can find it here. Hang on. Yeah. This is, I got the tweet right here that you're talking about. Give me a second here. Doop. Here it is right here. He's got Claudio's Cafe, love coffee, right there. Thank you for being a friend. Yeah, he is starting his own coffee company. Now, does that mean he's not going to wrestle anymore? No. I don't think that's what that means. But he's got a side business. He's doing that. He's doing that on the side. And actually, I'm curious here. Let me take a look at something here. Yeah, he's gone back to Claudio Castagnoli. Yeah, that means he's done well with his money. He's been smart. He's another one of those guys. He's in that vein of like a CM Punk and Samoa Joe, guys that were on the indie scene, were in Ring of Honor, and they were very smart with their money. So, you know what? I am going to do a quick. I'm just curious to see where. Hold on. Oh. I mean, he's selling coffee right now, which That's a shame his medium roast sold out. I'd actually like to get that. Oh, I'm going to sign up for his newsletter. Yeah, there we go. Just signed up for Claudio's newsletter. Okay, did it sign me up? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm just checking out his website right now. Oh, he's got t-shirts, he's got mugs. Dude's doing well for himself here. Yeah, so I think it's actually just a coffee company. It's not actually a cafe, which is interesting. Do I think Cody Rhodes should win Money in the Bank? I don't know if he should, but I think he will. I think he will. Which I just answered the question there, Lucas. I think on the men's side, I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be Cody Rhodes. They could swerve us too. I mean, they really could. You know, with him being the one, I finally saw the announcement trailer for Money in the Bank. They showed it on NXT tonight, so I didn't get a chance to see it on the Backlash replay. I was able to see it tonight finally, where he talked about, and I guess it is true that that the winner of Money in the Bank is going to get a main event shot at WrestleMania, which means the Royal Rumble doesn't have the same meaning anymore. I wonder. No, because that wouldn't make sense for the women. I'm just trying to think. You know, part of me almost thought maybe, just maybe, they would do something where going into Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns has to relinquish the titles, or he's stripped of the titles, or something stupid happens, or there's a controversy with the titles if they do day one again this year. But how would they explain it on the women's side? I don't know. I got to think that through, because I'm not sure I like the idea of the Money in the Bank winner automatically getting a main event shot at WrestleMania, because Money in the Bank is in June. You'd basically go for 9.5 months knowing on both the men and the women who's going to be main eventing WrestleMania. I mean, you don't know who's going to be the champions at the time. And obviously on the women's side, it's, you've got a little bit more uncertainty, because you don't know, you've got two champions, two different brand specific champions. On the men's side, I'm assuming we're still just going to have one, but who knows? Who knows? I'd like to see him be the Joker, but again, I think you brought it up. Well, you brought it up right here. It would be Claudio and Samoa Joe if that's the case. And the unfortunate thing there is, if it does end up being Claudio and Samoa Joe, Jay Lethal is going to get involved. I've already called it, and I'm going to say it again. It doesn't matter who the Joker is. Samoa Joe is going to get screwed in that match by Jay Lethal. There is no way Samoa Joe wins that match. The Joker is going to win and move on, whoever it is. It doesn't matter because they got to continue setting up Joe versus Lethal for that Ring of Honor World TV Championship. So, I mean, you might as well already write it in stone that Samoa Joe's going to lose. He's going to get screwed by Jay Lethal. I didn't realize that. Now, it would be interesting to add him into Blackpool Combat Club. I do see them adding at least one more guy, and I see them adding a woman into the group. And I would love to see, when she comes back from injury, I would love to see Layla Hirsch in that group. She is absolutely perfect for Blackpool Combat Club. She is exactly what they would need with a woman. And honestly, Claudio coming in now and putting him in BCC is perfect because Yuta is going to be off TV for a month as he's going to be in the Battle of the Super Juniors tournament in New Japan. So he's going to be gone for a month. So they'll be down to two guys. They'll be down to Danielson and Moxley, which is fine. I mean, you could still run fine with Danielson and Moxley. Michael, yeah, Gargano could be the guy too. I mean, I think we're all going to be surprised with whoever it is because there are a lot of options. I still believe they're going to do a currently non-AEW talent. They're not going to use somebody that is on the roster right now. Sorry, I just got hit with a picture of Danhausen. Yes, Danhausen. He's making his debut tomorrow night against that Tony Nice. Tony Nice guy. He's going to curse him. I'm actually looking forward to that. And how I would play that out is Tony Nese is going to get the win. Tony Nese is going to get the win. But Nese gets so upset with Danhausen that after the match, he just keeps beating him up, and out comes Hook. And Hook doesn't necessarily save Danhausen. He just wants to beat the crap out of Tony Nese. Because that's what we're setting up for, is Danhausen is just an element to get us to Tony Nese versus Hook. Okay? Yeah, I saw that, Byron, that WrestleMania 38 had more views, which I can't believe that it had more views than Super Bowl 38, because Super Bowl 38 is shown all around the world and is always the highest rated show of any kind. I think those numbers, well, it's WWE. They skew their numbers all the time. Eric. Where'd you put your Joker prediction? I didn't see your Joker prediction in the comments. Did I miss it? That would be a fun match. Danhausen versus Darby. I want Danhausen versus Orange Cassidy. Oh, are you talking the casino ladder match? yeah, in the casino ladder match, there's definitely going to be a Joker there too. They always have one. So yeah, there's definitely going to be one there too. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, they still haven't announced when Samoa Joe is going to have his. We'll probably find out tomorrow night. You know, we've got what Dax and Cole tomorrow night, and what's the other one we have tomorrow night? There's two of them that they announced: Dax and Cole, and shoot, what's the other one that they announced? Oh wait. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's the breakdown we have so far. Danhausen versus Tony Nese, Jericho Appreciation Society victory speech, MJF and Wardlow contract signing and stipulation reveal, CM Punk versus John Silver, Ricky Starks defending the FTW Championship against Jungle Boy, Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter. Oh, Cole against Harwood, and then Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin. There we go. So, what would you put as the main event? Would you have Cole and Harwood be the main event? Or I wouldn't do Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin. I think you'd have to do Adam Cole and Dax Harwood as the main event tomorrow night. Punk and Silver will open the show for sure, because that's what CM Punk does. He opens the show all the time, gets the crowd going. Do we really want Darby Allin and Jeff Hardy for the main event? I think Cole versus Dax makes a lot more sense, because you're gonna have Red Dragon get involved somehow in that match. It's gonna happen. Tony and Danhausen main event? No. Though actually, yes, you need to get the Danhausen in the main event of the show. Then I can curse everyone. Yes. I know it's a horrible imitation. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll paint my face like Danhausen one night. I still have to do Mask Monday. I have not done. Eric, no, I'm sorry. The tribal chief of the house did not make an appearance tonight because I came on late, so I was still watching NXT. I wanted to watch the main event before I came on, and he came down during the main event, and I even joked with him like, "Dude, you don't get to be on the live stream tonight," and I think he was a little disappointed. So I'm gonna have to make it up to him tomorrow night. I may clean up some room and let him sit in the SmackDown chair tomorrow and actually have him sit and join in for a few minutes tomorrow night. So, but so he's now officially the tribal chief, huh? No, it is not going to be Hayter and Storm as the main event. No offense to either of those two ladies. That, well, I wonder if Tony Khan could look and see, like, no, he needs a better nickname than that. He needs, that's what we'll do. We'll have to do a poll or something of what can his WrestleScope nickname be. Okay. Obviously it has to be something appropriate. Get your thinking caps going, everybody. Think about it and see if you can come up with something, and maybe we'll discuss it during Dynamite tomorrow night. Oh man, I forgot about Survival of the Fittest in Ring of Honor. Well, you know what's going to end up happening. If Claudio comes into AEW, everybody's going to be calling for Chris Hero. And I really don't think AEW is going to bring in Chris Hero. I don't think so. Very true. You know, they have -1, which means, you know, I'd actually have to get him his own mask. We'll have to get a customized mask for him, I guess. No, we're not going to call him Little John. You know, too much of a connotation of Robin Hood there. Okay. Did he buy it or does he subscribe to it? No, I highly doubt he bought it. She probably has the freedom to I'm assuming she's still putting content out there. I don't know. I don't subscribe to I don't have an account. Teach their own, okay? Sorry, I'm getting drawn in by some wrestling posts on Instagram that aren't making any sense. So, whoa, wait a second. It's just been announced Maki Ito versus Mia Yim for the International Princess Championship, Portland, Oregon, May 28th. Wow. That'll be an interesting match. I like Maki Ito. Exactly, Lucas. Thank you. That's right. You are right. Don't need it. Don't need to. W. Morrissey, I don't think he was a one and done. I think, we may not see him for a little while because, again, we talked about this last night. I don't know what his contractual status with Impact is. But I think that ended up being a tryout match for him. And I think everybody was impressed with what he brought to the table. But if I were him, the only way I'd come into AEW is if I got some guarantees that I'd actually get used. I mean, Impact Wrestling has done a great job with him. I'd be worried that he'd end up being like a Lance Archer. That, what really has Lance Archer done lately? He just lost to Wardlow a couple of weeks ago. Ever since he had his match versus Hangman Adam Page a couple of months ago, he hasn't really done anything. So I'd be a little worried if I was a guy like W. Morrissey coming in, that he'd get treated like that. I'd be okay with him being in a tag. You know what? I'd love to see him and Lance Archer as a tag team together and have them go in and start decimating people. Oh, Marcus, I'm sorry to hear that, man. My day was actually pretty good. I mean, I can't complain. Wasn't a bad day, wasn't a great day. It was a day, but could have been a lot worse. All right, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I started late tonight, and I don't want to be on super late. And they are not going to bring in Enzo. Those two team a little bit on the indie scenes and for one-offs on smaller shows. No, they are not going to bring, though Wouldn't you love to see a mic battle between Enzo and Platinum Max Caster? That could be fun. That could be fun. No, and I don't care to because I'm sure I probably won't like them. All right. I'm gonna head out, folks. I don't know if I'm gonna do a watch along during Dynamite. Um, I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna come on after Dynamite tomorrow night so we could talk about what happened because I really want to pay attention to the show. And with Raw, it's one thing, I could, you know, kind of half pay attention to what's going on, but Dynamite, I really want to watch. So plan on 9 o'clock Central Time tomorrow night. We'll see. If things look a little bit slow in Dynamite, I may jump on early. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do Justin. Alexis who? Do you mean Alexa Bliss? Do you mean her? Sorry about the glare. There. No glare on YouTube. There we go. No glare on TikTok. Yeah. Alex who? Go from Alexis to Alex. All right. Okay. I'm out of here, folks. We will talk to you tomorrow night. Have a great night, everybody. We're up to 70. We've hit 70 in a row. Woo. NXT was okay. I mean, it is what it is. It was a show. All right. Hey, thanks for jumping in. Appreciate all the comments. You have a great night as well. Hopefully we'll see you in here again. Have a wonderful night, everybody. You know what? I didn't do this. I'll do it here at the end. Yeah, I'm not very good at promoting it, so we'll do it. What in the world? Oh, good grief. Yeah, I don't need to see that either. Okay, have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.